You want to go winners, losers, see what we do?
Let's get into our winners and losers. I got my list right here.
Yeah. So
let's start off with our winners.
Do we want to read our 5? I don't know if you have. I have 5 on each side. Do we want to do our?
I have 5 as well.
Do we want to break them down briefly, then discuss them after we each give them? So.
Sure. Do you wanna give your 5 first, and then just a brief of why afterwards?
Yeah. So I tried to rank them 1 through 5 in my opinion. But
I didn't.
As I was typing them on my computer, I was like, these are out of order. But I'm gonna start with number 1, Tyreek Hill. The buddy got detained and arrested. I got that alert on my phone. We didn't even talk about this. Yeah. He got detained. He's perfectly fine now. The cops got in trouble for what they did. I don't know why they had to do what they did to Tyreek Hill. They must have not had him in fantasy football. That was wild stuff. Seeing those videos, like the TMC videos, like, what the heck? It's only week 1. I get the alert saying he's been detained, but still playing. Like, I drafted him in fantasy football with the number 1 overall pick. I need Tyreek Hill when I had him.
I woke up to a text that said Tyreek Hill was arrested, and I was like, what? I was like,
they see all these videos go everywhere. Miami Dolphins fans are like, I saw the video of these Dolphins fans calling the police stations like, can you free our boy Tyreek Hill? And they're like, who are you talking about? Like, yeah, our guy Tyreek got arrested. We need him this week. But Tyreek Hill, 7 for 130 touchdown. And I put and arrested LOL when I typed it. So that's my number 1 winner. Number 2, just talked about it, Chris Boswell, 6 field goals, won the game for Pittsburgh. And I put in there awesome punt. I'm not letting that punt. No one forget about that. Number 3, I didn't even think about this until I started typing it. Or whatever. Figured it out. Baker Mayfield, like we talked about, 24-30, great game, 289 yards, 4 touchdowns, a rating of 146.4, and he averaged 9.6 yards a throw. That's almost a first down a throw. Great stat line. Number 4, David Montgomery in overtime. I put only had 91 yards, but was still impressive. This guy won them in OT. Yes. I saw like videos about it. This guy just kept running through and through the whole time. And then Jordan Mason's my 5th. He stepped in for Christian McCaffrey, 28 carries, 147 yards, a touchdown. I literally put stepped up for McCaffrey. I also have an honorary mention. I just put Patriots beating the Bengals in Cincinnati. That's a win for the Patriots, of course. But those are my 5 winners: Tyreek Hill, Chris Boswell, Baker Mayfield, Montgomery in overtime, and then Jordan Mason. Well deserved.
How about this? We do not have a single of the same winner, which is kind of cool.
I like the difference.
5 completely different winners. My first winner of the week, Saquon Barkley. He had an incredible game. He is on a new offense, 24 carries for 109 rushing yards and 2 tutties. Great game out of Saquon. This guy could end up being the best running back by the end of the year. Mark my words. He could be with CMC, but if CMC's got this injury, watch out. This could be Saquon's year where he ends up as the leading rusher in the NFL. And if they're within 5 yards and they're not even in range to do tush pushes yet, if Saquon's just breaking 5-yard rushes for touchdowns, the dude's going to be a stud because the Eagles get in the red zone a whole ton. Second winner of the week, straight up, I know you said Jordan Mason. I'm just going with the entire Niners team in general. Why are they a winner? They lost their best offensive player in skill player in Christian McCaffrey, and they still put on a clinic. 32-19 they win. They're a winner because Jordan Mason comes in 142 yards. You still look like a picture-perfect offense without your best skill position player. Winners in my book. Another winner from that game, Garrett Wilson. Great game. Him and Rodgers are going to be clicking all year. He didn't have that crazy of a game, but he's a winner because you can tell that him and Rodgers are going to click all year. Garrett Wilson's a winner. Another winner I have, Anthony Richardson. He had a crazy game, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he was throwing the ball crazy well. Very happy with what I saw from AR. He's a winner in my book. This is my biggest winner of the week. Debatably him or Barkley. I thought about it. Cooper Kupp is your biggest winner of the week. Why? Because no more Puka. What happened last time that the Rams didn't have Puka Nacua? Cooper Kupp, triple crown season. Now Matthew Stafford doesn't have, is it going to be a Puka game? Is it going to be a Cooper Kupp game? No, it is going to be a Cooper Kupp season. He is going to feed him like a horse, just like we saw back 3 years ago when Cooper Kupp was your triple crown winner. This is going to be his year just because Puka's hurt now. So he is a winner because Puka is a loser. Very big season expecting now out of Cooper Kupp. He's going to have a lot of targets. Cooper Kupp is a huge winner of this week. Those are my winners.
Okay, so I guess I'll go losers. I guess I'll start with that. No particular order, but I'll say at the end the clear number one loser. And you know what? I'm going to start with him now. Deshaun Watson. I brought it up when we talked Browns Cowboys. This dude looked awful. 24-45, 2 picks, a touchdown, and a rating of 51.9. And I put a comma and I put awful. So Deshaun Watson, I don't like the guy. As Steeler fans, we don't like the Cleveland Browns. I think they're my least favorite AFC North team. I respect the Ravens and Bengals way more than the Cleveland Browns. But this organization, I just don't like them. Deshaun Watson, awful. That's loser number one. Number two, the Bengals. They lost to the Patriots at home. And I don't really want to, I guess we're more so the losers. I put more so teams. I didn't really put teams as the winner. I like your 49ers take, by the way. But the Bengals, they're my second loser of the week. They lost at home to the Patriots, only scored 10 points, and they could not stop the guy that you don't think's that good, Rahamondre Stevenson. Could not stop him at all. He had like over 100 rushing yards. That can't happen, especially in the jungle in Cincinnati. So that's my second loser of the week. Number three, it's kind of a two-parter. I put Panthers, but in the parentheses, I put the exact words. Bryce Young is just meh. 13-30, 2 picks, a rating of 30.2, and 32.8 that is, and I put yikes. They have things to work out for. The Panthers just suck. They're losers of the week, but Bryce Young's partially the reasoning too. Number 4, I don't know if you'll have them. I put Kirk Cousins. Not a good Falcons debut at all. 2 picks, had the touchdown, rating of 59, only 155 yards. That one throw in the first drive that was picked off, that did not look good at all. A couple forced throws. The Falcons and their fans, I've been seeing so many videos. They look very interested to see why they even got Kirk Cousins. I remember they were curious why they even got Michael Penix Jr. Maybe it's reasoning here why. Maybe they don't believe in Kirk Cousins as much as they should after signing him to that big deal. But Kirk Cousins, loser number 4. And number 5, I brought it up earlier, the Giants, specifically Daniel Jones. This guy was booed and heckled by fans leaving the game. That organization, Danny, is in shambles. It clearly is. Daniel Jones, a rating of 44.3. And my exact words, what I put on my Google Doc, Sam Darnold cooked them, LOL. I'm typing it like I'm on my phone right now. But, like, Sam, you can't get cooked by Sam Darnold in your first game. Daniel Jones just is not good. I'm sorry. He's not a good QB. That's it for the Giants. They're the losers. Number 5, I ranked them. Deshaun Watson's clearly your biggest loser. I put an honorary mention, though. It could kind of go winners, and if you swing it another way, I was thinking about putting it in the winners just because I put for the losing, honorary mention, Packers losing Jordan Love. But if I was going to put it in winner, I would put Jordan Love not out for the season. So the loser, I'll give him honorary mention. The Packers lost their QB. But, still, Deshaun Watson, Daniel Jones, those are my big ones. So those are my losers of the week.
I got a few of the same ones with you. I'll go through those ones first that I have the same. I agree. I've got the Bengals on here. It was a bad performance of them, a game they should have won. Bengals have to be the loser of the week, just losing to a pathetic team like New England. Joe Burrow didn't have a good day. Their rushing core had a bad day. Jamar Chase only had 60-some yards. Wasn't a great day from Cincinnati, and they have to be losers. Again, another AFC North team. The Browns, Deshaun Watson. I have Deshaun Watson's name on here. I don't have Cleveland's name just because I think this was more of Deshaun Watson's fault. He has the pocket presence of an infant child in the pocket, and he is terrible. He's rusty. He's not back. Something happened. He's not the same. It's crazy to see Deshaun Watson for sure loser. Another AFC North team from the Baltimore Ravens. I think this is the biggest loser of the week. Mark Andrews is your biggest loser of the week. He got all his targets taken away by Isaiah Likely. Mark Andrews is such a loser this week that he was playing left tackle the whole game. They had him at left tackle. I mean, it was pathetic what we saw from Mark Andrews, and I'd be sick to my stomach if I drafted Mark Andrews in fantasy in one of the first 5 rounds, because it is the Isaiah Likely show to the rest of the season. Argue a wall. It's Mark Andrews, your biggest loser. Another loser I have, the Green Bay Packers. Lost Jordan Love. It's going to be a big blow to your season. You look at their season, I think with if you go Malik Willis, you're 0-6. If you get someone else, you can salvage a few games. Jordan Love's going to come back after 6 weeks, possibly, and he's going to have to salvage a season. So the Packers are for sure losers. Backs are against the wall now. It's going to be up to Jordan Love to save their season in week 6. Another huge loser I have. Let me go over here. Travis Etienne, a gigantic loser this week. Not a lot of people are talking about it. He split all his carries with Tank Bigsby and was outran by Tank Bigsby. Bigsby had 73 rushing yards, and Travis Etienne had 44 rushing yards. Jeez. Trying to talk too fast here, but yeah, very bad performance from Travis Etienne, and his carries cut in half now with Tank Bigsby. So if you're a Travis Etienne guy, you just lost your job. Not fully, but you are now in a confirmed split backfield. So I'd be worried if I was a Travis Etienne fantasy owner or just a Travis Etienne fan in general. You are now a wide receiver 1/2 or running back 1/2. Jeez. Those are my losers of the week. Mark Andrews, Deshaun Watson, the Green Bay Packers, Cincinnati Bengals, and Travis Etienne.
I'm glad we agree on Deshaun Watson and the Bengals at least. Like, those are clearly – I think the AFC North had a lot of laughable moments this weekend. Ravens, not so much. It was mainly they just didn't use Mark Andrews like Nicholas and Dakota said. Like, that should be your tight end 1, but now it looks like Isaiah Likely, and I hate it because, like, I picked Mark Andrews in fantasy football. I know a lot of people did because he's been good. They just didn't throw to him at all. Yeah, like I like what Nicholas said as well. Like almost
a
all
lot
the
of tight ends.
Like,
you can
Travis
look at
Kelce. Not
Sam Laporta didn't have a great game.
Sam Laporta, not a good game.
Bad week to be a tight end.
We didn't see much from the newly signed Pat Freiermuth with the Steelers.
Yeah.
Like, he's supposed to be pretty good for that contract. So tight ends had a pretty bad week for the NFL all across the board, except for Isaiah Likely, I guess, receiving wise.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think we agreed on Deshaun Watson as would we say he's our number 1 biggest loser of the week?
Yeah.
If we want to agree
there. Him or Mark Andrews, man. I feel bad for Mark Andrews because his job, he does not have a job anymore. He is now the tight end too, in my opinion. You got to go to him.
Yeah. Honestly, like if I'm going biggest winner for me, looking at mine, it's either Tyreek Hill or Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Maybe Jordan Mason, just because like this guy was not even supposed to start, and he had a career game. Good for him, but the Tyreek Hill story was just funny. I had to put him there as number 1.
My biggest winner, I think I'm either between Cooper Kupp and Saquon Barkley. I think just Cooper Kupp's target share going forward now has just skyrocketed without Puka Nacua. He got 14 targets in that game, and it all happened kind of in the second half of that game after Puka left. So I expect a really big season now from Cooper Kupp target-wise. And Saquon Barkley, again, just went off and proved a lot of people wrong, including myself. I didn't think he'd have that crazy year. I've now switched. I think he's going to have a great year.